ngenqoba kanje emnyango uzoyilahlela nje eshadile.
Ngizokulekelela.
Uzongilekelela ini?
Ngizokulekelela.
Sana la ngibuka khona ungathi ungafuna uzongilekelela. Yey! My God! Ulekelela abantu bazana.
Hey guys, welcome back to Reality Reaction, where we give recap to television reality. And as you saw from that clip, we are talking about Mnakwethu. So part 1 of the tell-all is out, and it was all about Mr. and Mrs. Shamase, because wow, that topic was fire. You know, many people are quite in a debate. Some feel like Mrs. Shamase is abusive towards her husband. She's acting like a man. Some feel like she is leadership for women, and I'm saying she is leadership for women. Nobody should come for me on that one. So anyways, the presenter of the tell-all is Linda Spear. Linda Spear quite disappointed me on this part 1 because I kind of feel like he was on the side of Mncane. He kept on pointing out he feels like Mrs. Shamase is abusive towards her husband, and that she should accept because Mncane has been with her husband for 8 years and there is a child involved. Now, Mrs. Shamase came through on this tell-all, and she's like, dating a married man. All my sisters who are dating married men, come here, let us tell you. We were on a seminar with Mrs. Shamase, and you know what she told us? I don't date married men, but I'm telling you, Mrs. Shamase says dating a married man is like driving a company car. As nice as it is, as beautiful as it is, you can drive it no matter how long you want. You can drive it for years, but at the end of the day, it will never be yours because it's a company car. Come on now, can I get an amen? Hey, drop the mic. We are done. So Mrs. Shamase is basically told Mncane, baby girl, Mr. Shamase is mine. You can ride him how you want. You can be used by him how you want. You can stay with him for years, baby girl. But at the end of the day, he will never be yours. Come on now. She came through for us. Now that did not quite sit well with most people in the studio. And one person who spoke about it is Undaba, that guy who is in a wheelchair. I'm sorry to single him out like this because of his disability at this point. Apologies. But what he said was nonsense. So basically, he said to Mrs. Shamase that she should view Mncane as respectful because for 80 years, Mrs. Shamase never knew about Mncane. So she should see Mncane as a respectful woman. Dude, shut up your mouth. You don't know what you're talking about. Focus on your ancestors and the woman you want to marry. That's nonsense. Now, Linda Spear asked Mncane, right, how does she feel about this whole thing? And Mncane was like, she found Mrs. Shamase not respectful because when she entered that day when Samseleku took her to be introduced, she banged tables and she spoke how she spoke. Baby girl, what respect do you want? Like, you want us to clap hands for you when you enter. You wanted Mrs. Shamase to lay down a red carpet for you so that you enter and we're like, yes, girl, you are the one. Because you've been sleeping with a man for 8 years? Come on now. No. So Linda Spear, as I said, he quite felt like Mrs. Shamase is abusive to her husband. What am I saying? So he asked Mr. Shamase, why is he quiet? Who is the man in the relationship? Like, what's going on? And Mr. Shamase answered that he grew up in a polygamy home. So he understands how a polygamy house works. And when a woman's temper is up, he should be low, you know. Are you sure it's because of that? So Musamseleku says that yena he sees a future for polygamy for Umeste Shemasi because of how calm and collected he is, and that he understands that when a woman goes up, he should calm down, basically, right? So Mrs. Shamase, guys, she did not end there on the company car only. She was furious. She was basically saying, I'll make it easy for these people. If they want to get married, I will get a divorce so that they can get married. But as for me, I don't want a polygamy marriage. And I'm like, yes, girl, stand your ground. Most women on Mnakwethu, when Umusamseleko goes and introduces the second wife, they stand their ground. But when the time for the tell-all comes, they now have accepted. So I'm so proud of Mrs. Shamase for standing her ground. Now, it got heated that Mrs. Shamase was like, wake up, Ntombazana. Like, wake up. The energy that you're spending on trying to be Mrs. Shamase, the energy that you have spent for years, you could have done something for yourself. Now, she talked about how will Umamngane help her because she's depending on the 350 grand. Guys, such exposure on national TV to be. If I'm not mistaken, I think that time Mrs. Shimase did explain that she is the more resourceful woman in the marriage. So I think she is the one earning more than her husband, if I'm not mistaken. Don't quote me on this. So if that is true, I quite understand why she's angry at this point, because and why she says that statement, because if umamncane depends on 350, that means if she comes into the marriage, Mamncane and Umeste Shemasi, they would depend on Umamkulu, and that's a lot of burden to her. So I will quite understand if that is true. And Umamkulu went on to say that put your energy into something more productive, get educated, wake up, do something for yourself and stop wearing dresses like you're dancing for chaka chaka. Guys, the shade from Umamkulu. Now I understand she was angry. Some people may say that she looks down on other women. I would quite understand that some stuff that she said, it was unnecessary, but she was trying to purvey a point. Maybe her in saying the point because she's angry, it came off bad. But basically what Mrs. Shamase is saying is that the energy, let's be real, guys, the energy that Umamncane has spent all 8 years with a married man, even giving him a child, that 8 years she could have had a degree and an honors at this point. She could have had a degree, honors, masters. You understand me? That energy, if she had put it into her getting educated, finding a proper job, she would be far by now. But she put her energy on the wrong things, dating a married man. So I really applaud Mrs. Shamase for saying those words, because Umamncane may feel like Mrs. Shamase is rude on her, but if she was wise enough, she would have took those words. Yes, she has wasted 8 years already, but now she could do something for her life. Because what's the point of you trying to be Mrs. Shamase number 2 when number 1 does not even want you? So you
Now,
see, you are wasting energy on
says
fighting
something
to be
very
Mrs.
stupid,
Shamase.
and if I
Number
was you,
2,
my sister,
then you
I would
becoming a
never
better
speak on
person
national
of
TV
yourself.
ever again, because what you said
Now,
was utter
that
nonsense.
got
So she basically says that
Mangubane, if I'm not mistaken. Mr. Shemasi cheated on Mrs. Shemasi because Mrs. Shemasi, she she's too talkative, like she's too loud, and she looks down on other women, so she is of higher class. So Mr. Shamase looked for a lower class of his own league, and if Mr. Shamase wants to leave, she should leave and let Umamncane be the wife, because Umamncane should not go anywhere, because as women we are too many. So a man, we share a man. We need to share men, because as women we are too many. What nonsense is that? And I think she's part of the Mamncane group. But Mamncane, you guys are corrupted. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. What nonsense is that? Like, what nonsense is that for you to say, as women we're too many, so we need to share indoda? Once you reach that level, you are done. You are done. And I love how Uthokoza mama, Uthokoza Gogo, right? One of the ladies, I think she's part of the Uwa Mamkulu there. I forgot her name as well. She said, Guru, what Mangubani said is nonsense, and it doesn't build, but it destroys. And that, my lady, that is true. What Umangubani said, it destroys, because now you're on national TV and you're talking such nonsense. Young kids, young girls are watching that. So now they will think that dating a married man is okay. Now they will think that, oh, as women we're too many, so we need to share a man. No. So when you think that Umamkulu has to leave if she does not want to share a man and let others be, what is that though? What is really that? Now, Mr. Shamase was still quiet, guys. Mr. Shamase was talking, she was yelling, but Mr. Shamase was all quiet. Olinda Sibia begged him to tell Mrs. Shamase that he wants his temple, right? And it was hard for him to look at his wife and tell her that. And Mrs. Shamase was like, there will never be his temple in my house. Umamncane will never set her foot as long as I live. As long as I step foot on the ground, there's no second wife. And she's like, after this, we are going. You palazzo all the muti you have drank. Guys, Mrs. Shamase is leadership for me. Yes, I know she can talk rudely. I know she can be harsh. I think she just have that personality of being loud and harsh and all that. But for me, Mrs. Shamase is leadership. She showed that a woman, you need to stand your ground. She really showed me that, and I like the point that she said, Mr. Shamase never told her when they got married that he's a polygamist, because right now he's busy saying, hey, this is a polygamy house, what, my father's was a polygamist. You never told your wife that you want to be a polygamist. So at the end of the day, Mr. Shamase has every right to step her foot and say, no, don't mess with a Zim lady. This lady, she's leadership for me, guys, hands down, and I applaud her for that. So that's basically what happened on part 1. We are waiting for part 2. I cannot wait on what's going to go down. And I think, the last couple of that we saw of, do you know what I'm saying? I think they're not there. I did not see them. I was so excited to see them and the tell all, but I think they're not there. But we shall see. Maybe they will come as the show is continuing. So anyways, catch me on another episode, guys. Bye.